Sacha Baron Cohen is undeniably one of the funniest actors of our time, but in taking a deeper look at the man's career, there is more than meets the eye to the usually comedic star. As a matter of fact, he has earned himself 3 Oscar nominations across his career, 1 for acting and 2 for writing. Today we're going to be taking a deeper look at his acting career and ranking his 8 most memorable performances. From a dastardly master of the house to a certain Kazakh journalist, these are the 8 most memorable performances in Sacha Baron Cohen's career. Starting off our list, at number 8 is Baron Cohen's portrayal of Adolf Pirelli in Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. The first film on our list is one that many forgot when thinking about Sacha Baron Cohen, despite his excellent performance. Although the film is most well known for Johnny Depp's performance as the titular character, Baron Cohen is a distinct highlight of the film as well. In the adaptation of the famous Broadway musical, Baron Cohen plays the role of Adolfo Pirelli, a barber pretending to be Italian. This role is most notable in the actor's career for being the first time he got the chance to show off his singing abilities, which he would get to do again, as you'll see later in this list. Despite being a minor role, Baron Cohen still managed to shine with the screen time he was given, making this one of his most memorable roles. Next up is the hilarious faux fashion guru Bruno. The second character from Baron Cohen's Ali G universe to get a feature-length spin-off, Bruno is a flamboyantly gay fashion guru. The film was created as a mockumentary, often featuring real people reacting to Baron Cohen's antics as Bruno. The film was largely designed to provide commentary on America's relationship with gay people, and whether or not it achieved this goal is up for debate. Most can agree, however, that Baron Cohen put his all into this role and stopped at nothing to get as many laughs as possible out of it. The Larry Charles-directed film contains a wide array of antics, from a gay wrestling match to an appearance on a Texas morning show. For fans of Baron Cohen's over-the-top brand of comedy, this movie is not one to be missed. Up next is his performance as Master of the House, Thénardier in Les Miserables. This role was likely lined up for Cohen largely in part thanks to his singing skills being put on display in Sweeney Todd. Another huge adaptation of a Broadway musical, 2012's Les Miserables, saw Baron Cohen taking on the role of evil boarding house owner Thénardier. Along with his wife in the film, played by Helena Bonham Carter, Baron Cohen delivered an excellent performance. In the film, the couple essentially holds Cosette, played by Amanda Seyfried, hostage until she can repay her debt. Baron Cohen's highlight in the film is his rollicking performance of Master of the House, alongside Bonham Carter, which is one of the most iconic songs from the entire musical. Les Miserables had an all-star cast including Hugh Jackman, Anne Hathaway, and Russell Crowe, which makes the fact that Baron Cohen had such a memorable performance even more impressive. Coming up next is one of the actor's most celebrated dramatic roles, Eli Cohen in The Spy. A slightly lesser-known role for Baron Cohen, his performance as Eli Cohen in The Spy proved him to be one of the great actors of our time. The show follows Eli Cohen, a real-life Israeli spy who went undercover for the Mossad in the 1960s. The role obviously demanded much more of Cohen from a pure acting standpoint than his previous comedic role, and he delivered fully. Baron Cohen was praised by fans and critics alike for his portrayal of the spy, with his subtle, somber acting being a highlight of the entire show. The 6-episode miniseries was released on Netflix in 2019 to widespread acclaim. For fans of Baron Cohen in a more dramatic setting, this role will hopefully lead to him getting more serious parts in the future. Next up is Baron Cohen's recent role as Abby Hoffman in Aaron Sorkin's The Trial of the Chicago 7. One of the most recent roles of Baron Cohen's on the list is his recent turn in The Trial of the Chicago 7, released in 2020. It was directed by Aaron Sorkin, who is best known for writing films like The Social Network and shows like The West Wing. Baron Cohen is supported in the film by an excellent cast, including Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Eddie Redmayne, another more serious role for the usually comedic actor. Chicago 7 is a film that tells the story of a real-life group of anti-Vietnam War protesters. They were ultimately charged with conspiracy to incite a riot, and the film follows the story of their subsequent trial. The film deals with quite heavy subject matter, from racism in America to the country's role in international conflicts and its prison industrial complex. The film does a good job of dealing with these heavy subjects through dark comedy and satire. Baron Cohen's acting chops do a large part in getting these messages across, in his role as the founder of the Youth International Party, Abbie Hoffman. And number 3 is Baron Cohen's breakout role on The Ali G Show. The role that put Baron Cohen on the map over 2 decades ago was Ali G. The show was released on HBO in 2000 and ran for 3 seasons. The host of the show was Baron Cohen as the fake rapper from Stains and self-proclaimed voice of the youth, Ali G. Much of the show revolved around Ali G interviewing experts on serious subjects to often hilarious results. This is also the show where Baron Cohen would develop several other characters who would eventually get their own film spin-offs, including the aforementioned Bruno and another certain Kazakh who will be mentioned later on this list. The show would establish Baron Cohen's unique sense of humor and introduce the comedian to the world. The show would garner a massive and passionate cult following that has lasted for decades. After the overwhelming success of the show, Ali G would receive his own standalone film called Ali G in the House. Coming in at number 2 is Baron Cohen's role as Aladdin in The Dictator. One of Baron Cohen's most iconic roles came in this 2012 comedy. Following a similar premise to Bruno, this mockumentary-style film instead sees Baron Cohen taking on the role of a fictional dictator coming to visit America. The character, Admiral General Aladdin, is the tyrannical ruler of the fictional Republic of Wadia. His character is sent into a tailspin when he is kidnapped by his own uncle. Equal parts idiotic and vindictive, Aladdin is one of Baron Cohen's goofiest roles to date. The film was directed by Larry Charles, the same man in charge of Bruno, and was co-written by Baron Cohen himself. Aside from Baron Cohen, the film also stars Anna Faris and Ben Kingsley. The film was one of Baron Cohen's most commercially successful, grossing over $170 million at the box office. Like many of Baron Cohen's other films, the movie was an attempt at satire by putting an over-the-top caricature in real-life situations. Many see the highlight of the film comes at the end with Aladdin's speech, which is reminiscent of Charlie Chaplin in his classic film The Great Dictator. At this moment, the film transcends goofy comedy into genuine social commentary. At number 1, in the role that made Baron Cohen a household name, none other than Borat. The film that brought Sacha Baron Cohen mainstream fame in the United States was his smash hit 2006 mockumentary Borat. The full title is Borat: Cultural Learnings of America for Make Benefit Glorious Nation of Kazakhstan. As you can probably tell from the title alone, this is one of the most ridiculous movies ever made. Featuring the lovably clueless Kazakh journalist on his adventures through America, the film pokes fun at nearly everything and spawned about a million different catchphrases. If you've ever heard someone yelling "my wife" in a bizarre accent, Borat is to blame. Featuring dozens of outrageous scenes, Borat is widely considered one of the funniest movies of the 21st century. The film would even go on to earn an Oscar nomination for its screenplay. With the success of the first movie, a sequel was bound to happen at some point. In 2020, Borat's subsequent movie film was released. It would somehow have an even longer subtitle than the first, with the complete title being Borat's subsequent movie film, Delivery of Prodigious Bribe to American Regime for Make Benefit Once Glorious Nation of Kazakhstan. Quite the mouthful. Although it would not end up having the same impact as the first film, the sequel would go on to be well received and even get an Oscar nomination for supporting actress Maria Bakalova. In the film, Bakalova plays Tutar, Borat's daughter. After the release of the first film, Borat became a genuine cultural icon, and for this reason, it is undoubtedly Sacha Baron Cohen's most memorable role. Are you a big fan of Sacha Baron Cohen? What's your favorite performance of his? Do you agree with the ranking of our list? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a like and comment as well. Thanks for watching, and as always, we'll see you next time.